You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
Hello. Welcome to another week of Fashion 411 here on Black Hollywood Live. We're here November 22nd with our roundup of fashion's biggest news, and we've got a special guest with us today, a young singer, Katia Nicole.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And she's all over the place. She's on the EDM scene, and we'll talk to her a little bit more, and she's a little fashionista as well, so we're super excited to have her here. And I'm your host, Erica Garcia Rojas, your spicy Latina, born and raised in LA. I'm your go-to girl for all things business and fashion, and I have my own clothing line, rallybabe.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Courtney Stewart. I'm here being the consumer perspective every week, giving you all of the shoe, juice, and fashionista-ness that I love, just like the regular people out there.
And we got Katia.
Hi, guys.
And Deanna is off this week. She's traveling, so she'll be back after the Thanksgiving holiday. So we don't have a show next week on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, but we'll be back the first week of December. All right, so let's get started. We're going to get started with Courtney with a bunch of awesome deals.
We got our Who, What, Where segment this week, and we're going to focus on Black Friday deals and a little bit of Cyber Monday. So all of us are going to be eating our turkey or whatever it is you enjoy on Thanksgiving. And of course, we all go shopping. Well, some of us go shopping. I'm kind of scared to go shopping sometimes on the day after Thanksgiving.
I just stay home. I do all my shopping online.
Well, I've got some online deals for you and some in-store deals for you. First up, we have bubblebar.com. For those of you that don't know what Bubble Bar is, it's a great place for all types of jewelry, from bridal jewelry to earrings to monogram, trendy jewelry. They have great stuff, bracelets, necklaces, anything you could ask for. And they have a wonderful deal for Black Friday for those of you that want to shop online and not go and get scared in the stores. We have a promo code for you guys. If you use Friday15, you will get 15% off of 2 items. And if you use the code Friday25, you will get 25% off of 3 items. Ooh. So it's encouraging you to buy multiple gifts, and you get 25% is a really good discount for that. Next up, we have shopbop.com, which I adore for all things everything. Like, you find everything on Shopbop, from designer jeans to clothes, dresses, everything. You can check them out. When you spend $250 between November 26th and December 2nd, you will receive 15% off. You can spend $500 and receive 20% off. Or if you spend $1,000 because you're balling out of control that night, you will get 25% off. So it's easy to rack up to $1,000 on Shopbop pretty quick, but you can get a lot of gifts and get 25% off. Also, the shocker for me for Cyber Monday is Gap.com. So Gap apparently is giving us 50% off their entire online store on November 29th. So this is actually this next week, so make sure you guys are ready on the 29th.
I will be ready.
And they are giving you 50% off for that one day. And then for November 30th through December 2nd, so Cyber Monday and after that, you get 40% off. So shop online, hook that up. Gap has lots of things for you. Another site, we have a discount for singer22.com. You get to save 30% off some of the hottest designer denim accessories and apparel. The code for that one is fall30. Again, that's fall30. Singer22.com, 30% off your designer denim and every other item that you purchase. And one of my favorites, justhers.com. For those of you that are interested in the very special brands like Chanel and Hermes and Louis Vuitton, it's a resale site, and they are offering 30% off already clearance merchandise and some of the already reduced items on the Black Friday weekend. So for that whole weekend, you can get 30% off. And to wrap it on up, our favorites like Old Navy, They always have great deals on the day after Thanksgiving, but they are also offering a special to their first 500 customers that line up at their stores. You get entered into a contest to win $1 million.
$1 million?
$1 million. Just the first 500, you guys get entered into a contest to win $1 million. I don't know where that came from, but I mean,
wow.
I mean, I guess it's worth it for those people that like to like wait in line for hours just to get in the store. I don't get it, but I mean, at least you get a chance.
This is a pretty decent odds for that amount of money, though, because like one of 500, it's not like, you know.
But their stores nationwide, so, but 500 still nationwide is not too bad. I mean, it's probably way better than the lottery.
I could see people hanging out on Thanksgiving Day for something like that, which is crazy.
I eat my chicken in my tent at Old Navy.
No,
have fun with that, guys. We've got BCBG also. They have 15% off all purchases on November 29th and 30th. You can use the code WELCOME2013. And one of our loves, I love, House of Harlow, our favorite fashionista here, Nicole Richie. She's offering 25% off her site worldwide starting November 21st, actually. So it's already started. And it ends on November 30th. And you can use the code BLACKHOH for that deal. And our very own Miss Erica Rojas has her Rally Babe site. She's offering you guys with her new website launch. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out, rallybabe.com. It's beautiful. She's offering you guys 15% off your purchase. You just have to, what is it, RB?
Website launch.
Website launch. RB
15%.
website launch. 15% RB website launch. Hook that up, get some cool stuff.
Thanks.
And those are your deals for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Brown Thursday, and everything else that they're calling it stuff now.
It's gonna be fun. I like to do everything online and not go into the stores.
Yeah, the stores are scary. I do some online stuff, but like actual clothes, I like to touch stuff.
I do too.
Yeah, so I like to go in the store, but I just can't. The overnight thing, and then the first thing at 5 in the morning, I'm scared. I can't. I almost got killed at like Target one time. I can't do it.
And I think actually some of the the stores will still have the same deal, like the week after, and I'll wait until maybe like right after or the week after and go on like a Tuesday or Wednesday when it's not crazy.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, because they still have the same deals and they're running deals the entire month up until Christmas. So I mean, I know they do some crazy ones on Black Friday, but I don't need
they're hard to get
a TV
most of the time. Exactly. That's the thing.
I don't need like some speakers.
I don't need a TV. We don't need speakers. No. You can buy dresses, DVDs, and cashmere sweaters like the day after. It's fine. But for those of you that enjoy it, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Thanks, Courtney. All right. Well, we're going to go into our style scoop. So we're going to go into some of the top fashion news items for this week. So first up, we've got a little bit of a controversial dress featuring Miss Oprah Winfrey. So the blog exojane.com recently commented on a Peggy Nolan dress featuring a black female body photoshopped with the head of Oprah Winfrey. She had this to say about the dress, quote, "Progressive white women, you need to quit. The thing that you keep doing, exploring your own issues with repressed sexuality and body image through the use of black women who didn't give you permission to be self-image surrogates. It needs to stop and it needs to come to an end now. Not now, but right now. We are not playgrounds where you get to explore your issues. You don't get to use our bodies as a shield behind which you throw up your middle finger up at patriarchy. These stunts make you no better than patriarchs, no better than misogynists." Yeah, it's pretty intense words. Yeah, so for those of you guys listening, the dress, it's a Peggy Nolan dress, and it's a long dress with a photo of a woman, looks like an African-American woman, with Oprah's head on it. It's a very odd dress.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's so
almost
crazy.
Naked.
And almost naked, yeah.
She's wearing pasties and underwear.
And actually, no, the pasties.
Oh, the pasties were, that's right. It's actual nipple that you see.
She's actually naked.
Right.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's, I can't,
And here's the designer herself. If you guys are on YouTube, you can see we got a photo of the designer wearing the dress.
What is her argument for why it's...
Right.
She hasn't said anything out yet. Not yet, not when I looked into this. But I thought it was just awful.
It's a little tasteless, I think. I mean, I get the intensity of the comment about the exploitation of black women and the bodies and dealing with that in terms of imagery. And on the one hand, there's always that argument of like, there's sort of this idea that black women, in terms of their bodies, like black women were more accepting of their bodies in different shapes and sizes, in larger shapes and sizes than, say, necessarily Caucasian women. And the thing is supposed to be that our hair is our hair is to us what bodies are to white women. So there's an argument to be made that she's attempting to embrace that idea that there is a level of acceptance for our bodies not being what Caucasian culture deems as perfection, and we're comfortable with that. But at the same time, why is Oprah's head on it?
Yeah, why
I
Oprah?
don't. I can't imagine what she's trying to say.
Can I say something about this?
Sure.
Honestly, it's sad, but it looks like people are just doing controversial things to get noticed.
Yeah.
Just
And
to-
this doesn't seem like a fashion statement. This seems like someone's bullcrap idea that they put something behind to put it in a magazine and get noticed. Because I Google Peggy Nolan and nothing comes up before a week ago.
Yeah.
It's like she's a nobody. She just made this so people will talk about her.
No, I mean,
Copy
she's been around. I mean, she definitely has been around and has kind of crazy fashion. But yeah, I mean, it's same thing. Even we've talked about with some of the antics that Kanye does, some of the things that he's done with the the use of the Confederate flag recently, and it's just like controversy for controversy's sake. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of this at all.
Do you like it, Katia?
I'm not gonna say I do at all, but I think she probably did it for publicity because she was probably doing really good in the beginning, and then she died down, and she needed somebody to pick her back up. So I think that's what she did it for.
Yeah.
And we're talking about it. So
Yeah.
That's
All right.
how they do.
So moving on, we've got another musician, Lily Allen, and her boutique actually closed recently. So 2 years ago, Lily Allen launched a vintage clothing store and clothing line with her sister Sarah and called it Lucy in Disguise. Lily was so committed to her endeavor that she quit the music industry in 2010 to focus her attention solely on the boutique and the line. Unfortunately, even with her undivided attention, the store is not doing well. The Daily Mail reported that Lucy in Disguise is being liquidated. Apparently, the store was struggling to turn a profit and owes a large sum of money to their manufacturers. Or I think the manufacturer name is Aurora. About 12,000 pounds. The pair recently paid off another 10,000 pounds over the past few months. This is what the manufacturer had said. We had to make several calls and send several letters to chase up payments. It's been a very drawn-out affair, and we gave them every opportunity to pay the money back before applying to put it into administration. I don't think Lucy in Disguise has been particularly successful because they have not been able to pay their bills on time. The remainder is quite a small sum, but we have been forced to take this course because we can't get a hold of anyone to settle the debt.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lily.
I know.
She's had some interesting things happening in the last few weeks. And
Yeah.
That one sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because being in the apparel industry and being a manufacturer on that end, we've had that happen to us so many times where stores and boutiques don't pay us, which is, it's unfortunate, especially with the economy the way it had been for the last few years. Those are the kind of things that have gotten hit really hard, are those specialty boutiques, the smaller boutiques, because they're competing against, everything. Target,
Massive retailers,
every retailer that's offering very inexpensive items. And so those boutiques, they definitely suffer. And so, but I know the frustration of having to call for money because that's happened to us numerous times.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. All right, so next up we've got a collaboration with MAC Makeup and Disney. So back in 2010, MAC Cosmetics released a limited edition Disney villain-themed collection, which in my opinion was amazing.
It was really cool.
Did you like it,
It was,
Katia?
yeah.
Yeah, I love makeup, and the villainous collection for MAC was just awesome. So MAC recently announced that they're teaming up for Disney once again for a makeup range in honor of the new film starring Angelina Jolie, the Maleficent film. And the collection is going to include eye, lip, nail, and face products beginning of next year.
Perfect. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I'm excited.
I think it's going to be
That'll
an awesome
some cool
collection.
colors
It will
and-
be.
Yeah. I'm excited for that movie, actually.
I am too. I am so pumped.
Yeah. I know we haven't seen Angelina Jolie out for a while, so I mean, not in a movie. She's been out, but not in a movie.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we've got the ongoing saga continues with the Jay-Z and Barney collaboration. And he came out recently with a statement discussing it. And actually, there was an event this week that was canceled. They haven't specifically stated why, but everyone's thinking it has to do with the whole controversy with Barney's and what recently happened with the young boy, and then a woman came out of racial discrimination and all that. So, but Jay-Z had something to say about the whole situation. He says, quote, while I wait the findings of the Attorney General's office, I have agreed to move forward with the launch of BNYSCC collection under the condition that I have a leadership role and seat on a council specifically convened to deal with the issue of racial profiling. I'm in a unique position to use my voice to affect change to this disturbing issue. The easy position would have been to walk away and leave policymaking to others, hoping that someone addresses the problem. He goes on to say that as I previously stated, the collaboration with Barney's has been about giving and the Sean Carter Foundation. From the collection, the foundation will receive not only 25% of sales, but it's actually now going to receive the additional 75% of Barney's sales, totaling 100% of all sales. So he's changing, the donation to make it for all the sales. There was some comment from Andre Leontali, who's a former Vogue editor and fashionista extraordinaire. He quoted as saying, quote, any African-American male or female with any consciousness of what has happened would not go into Barney's right now. He added that if he were Jay-Z, for the simplicity of making a broad statement, I would pull out.
Yeah, Jay-Z, I don't know. It's tough because you want to believe that, you'll work from the inside out and it'll be better. But even on my simple social media, Black folks are not happy with him going ahead with the,
is that the consensus right now?
It seems to be. I mean, whereas there's an understanding on a certain level that in the end, it's the people in power that make the decisions that can make change on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's Jay-Z. It's you could make that same statement by just taking the money that you would have made from that collaboration and donating it yourself out of your pocket and refusing to work with Barney's, and that also would have been, I think, an even stronger statement. So, I mean, whereas I get, you want to work and try to work from within, and I'm kind of falling on the side now that maybe you should have just left it alone.
Yeah, it would have, I know, because we've talked about this so much, and I'm not either way really strong. Should he stay, should he go? I do think, and do more and more kind of reading of this and just everything, the news that's been coming out about it, it probably would have sent a stronger message had he pulled out. Yeah. And that might have affected the same amount of change, if not more, if he would have made that very strong statement. But I mean, coming from a manufacturer's point of view and being in the industry and the business, it's just so difficult once you got something going to cut it off like that. And it would affect not the Barney store, but every other person associated with the collaboration. And that would suck for all the manufacturers and everything. But I don't know. I go back and forth. What do you think, Katia?
Yeah, like she said, I think it would have been easier to donate it out of pocket, so there wouldn't be as much drama and controversy with the situation. I thought that would have been easier to do.
Because in the end, he's pulling customers into Barney's. So whereas, yes, the money is going to go to a good cause, you're still presenting more opportunity for Barney's. You're still bringing in customers to Barney's and people that will look past what happened and giving them business. And it doesn't, as much as you say sitting on their board is working from the inside out, it's not really giving them an impetus to do anything. Yeah. So, I mean,
There's not really a consequence to what had just happened.
Because I wanted it to be stay in there and work with them, and because sometimes with racism and discrimination and things like that, if you're not in somebody's face, making them aware, it's easy for them to look past it and be oh, this is an isolated incident, we've gotten rid of who it was, what have you. But when you're working with people that have a different perspective, you're more likely to see that. But at the same time, I feel like Jay-Z kind of transcends that because he's celebrity status, so it doesn't really give the same, I don't know. And I don't know that he's actually, bringing in a staff full of brown people that will, be affecting the day-to-day work lives of people that are higher up. And if he's just coming in for a quick meeting, what is that really doing to alter the structure of Barney's?
I mean, to alter the structure of something like Barney's or any kind of corporation, it takes a tremendous amount of attention, focus, and time.
Exactly.
Jay-Z, as we know, that's not going to be his sole focus, and he's going to be all over the place. So it's just, maybe he'll just be a figurehead in some way. I don't know, but we'll see. I feel like this drama will continue to to keep us intrigued and talking about it.
Might start losing popularity points like Kanye West has.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now we've got time for our wonderful, lovely guest, Katia. So why don't you just start off by telling everybody about yourself and, your background and who you are and all that.
Well, I'm Katia Nicole. Obviously, that should have been the giveaway. But I used to live in Miami, Florida. Like, I was born and raised there till about January of this year. Okay. And then I was a pop singer, and I liked it, but I wasn't in love with it. And so I decided to move out to Los Angeles with my mom. And it was like, it's such a weird situation with me. Like, my family is like still like one family, but like we're split in two right now. Like half of us are in Florida and the other two of us are here, so it's hard to like deal with that. But like we're like a really strong family in general, so like moving out here, we knew that we would get stuff done and accomplish things so that we could all be together again. So that's like the biggest thing with us right now. But I moved out here for pilot season, so I was like more into acting when I first moved out here. And I took the singing seriously, but not as serious as I should have, if that makes sense. And so when I saw that pilot season wasn't working out because, the shows weren't picking me up, or I would go on castings and I get callbacks and get put on hold and then they drop me for some reason. And then I just decided, let's try singing. Let's try taking this to a serious level. Let's change my sound. Let's not do pop. Let's just start over kind of thing, So I started over with EDM, which is electronic dance music, like stuff you hear in like clubs and at parties and like raves and stuff like that. So that's what I wanted to do because that's what I grew up listening to. And so I thought that I'd be more comfortable doing that. And so I decided to do EDM, and I recorded a single, and it's called The Girl Can't Help It, and it was doing really good. We released it in May, and it got placed everywhere, like Tilly's, PacSun, everywhere. It was everywhere, all over the nation. And then we decided that we wanted to let the original one die out and just bring another one in. Another remix is what we're doing. We're doing a tribal remix by DJ Escape, which is awesome. I'm really excited. And so we're going to release that soon. Also, we're going to do a new video, and the video is going to be featuring Sam Potter, if we were telling you about him earlier. And he's going to be in the video as the love interest. And so we're going to release it, and it's going to be placed on billboards, which is really excited, on the dance charts. And so we're just waiting for that to get done. And then I'm recording 2 new originals and 2 new videos, and we're just like back to back having stuff pop out. And that's basically what's going on right now. So,
wow,
very cool.
That's so exciting. And you just came directly from the Latin Grammys.
Yes, we were just in Vegas yesterday. We actually flew, we drove in the day before yesterday. Latin Grammys was yesterday. We came back yesterday, and we came back at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Oh, wow. And so this week has been really busy, but I'm excited that I'm busy because I wasn't for like a couple weeks. And so I'm glad that things are starting to pick back up again, and we're starting to be really, really busy.
All right.
And tell everybody, how old you are.
Oh, I'm 14.
Oh my God.
That was my next question. Tell everybody how old you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a very interesting perspective, young one here.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a musician and singer and fabulous. Now,
Yes.
you went to the Latin Grammys. What did you wear to the Latin Grammys?
I wore a Sherry Hill. It was actually really, really pretty. It was like white, and then it was like everything was details, like rhinestones and pearls, and it was just the most gorgeous dress I've ever worn in my entire life. It was so pretty. And it was actually really nice because Sam also went with me. He wore a Vera Wang tux.
Okay.
And it was really awesome that we both had designers clothes on. Because, like you usually go and you get something from like a regular retail store. But we actually went like the further mile. And like we tried to do something that would make us stand out. And we actually did, because people actually stopped us to take pictures. And we were like, do you even know we are, like who we are? And they're like, no, but can we have a picture because you guys look beautiful. And so that was like really cool. It was, like we took pride in what we were wearing and how we looked. And so I guess it paid off.
Okay. So what kind of designer, are there any other designers that you specifically look at right now that you get excited about, like you can't wait to wear as you continue to go, or who's cool for a 14-year-old right now?
For a 14-year-old, I don't know, because I don't even for me, I think I'm so much more mature than a normal 14-year-old. But I usually would wear Betsy, like Betsy Johnson.
Love it.
And last year to the Latin Grammys, I wore Giovanni. And I usually wear him a lot. Like when I go to special events like that, I usually get one of his dresses. But this year, his fall collection wasn't as pretty as the Sherry Hill one. So I picked the Sherry Hill. And I think I was more proud of those. I'm really proud of those 3 designers. Like they do really good, and they've been out for a long, long time, and they're doing like really good right now.
I find it really interesting that you selected to do EDM versus pop, because you said EDM is what you grew up listening to.
Yeah.
Is that what kids at junior high, young kids, are they listening to EDM? Or?
Actually, like about last year, pop was huge.
Yeah.
Just like pop, you know? And I wanted to do something that was mainstream. And so I decided doing pop, and then I just didn't like it. Like, I liked performing, but I didn't like what I was performing or how it was going for me. And I just felt really uncomfortable. Like, after 2 years of doing pop, you know, I just didn't feel like the same anymore. But EDM is not something that a 6th grader will listen to.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not something you show your 6th grader, you know? But at the same time, that's what the high schoolers listen to now, because EDM is going more mainstream than pop is. Because EDM is just, you know, you have David Guetta, Tiesto, and Afrojack who are now mainstream. And so since it's mainstream and people are like, oh, whatever's out, you know? So high schoolers are still listening to like pop and more EDM now, but still middle schoolers and like littler kids, no, it's all pop still. Because what kind of parent shows a little kid EDM, you know? That, honestly, my dad did that for me because that's what he listened to when he was growing up. And so I grew up listening to that, and I just had more passion for EDM than pop. And at the same time, EDM isn't as big of a way to go as pop is. Like, it's not normal.
There's more opportunity.
There's more opportunity in pop, like a lot more. But since it's going mainstream, EDM is like a little bit, it's still really hard to make it out in EDM because I'm a girl. I'm 14 and I'm Latin. So it works to my benefit, but it also doesn't because I am a girl. And that helps in a way, but it doesn't. And so we're trying to make it, we're trying to get me to the point that it will work. And we're trying to like make music that is playable to everyone and that everyone will enjoy. And so since going the underground route is different, we're hoping it helps. So we'll see what happens in December, because that's when everything gets released. And so everything went good with The Girl Can Help It. It really did.
I listened to it. It was a great
Thank you.
song.
And
It was really catchy.
What we're remixing. We're going to remix it, and we're going to re-release it with a new video and with new pictures and everything. And we know it's going to go good because the first one went really good, you know? And we were talking to like Tilly's and Paxton. They're like willing to re-put it out there and like to put the new video and stuff. So that's going to be really exciting. And with the help of Sam, he's going to promote it for me. And we're going to like be working together along with my team and my management and my publicist company. Whoa. And this is going to be a really big hit. I can tell myself, because since EDM is going mainstream, it's going to help. And since also there's no 14-year-old, there's no Latin person out in EDM, that's going to help me to my benefit. So we're really excited.
What do you see as fashion-wise the kind of fashion influence of EDM?
EDM, like fashion-wise, you think like go-go dancers and like really edgy. And we went to the edginess that was appropriate. And so, like, lots of black, lots of leather, crop tops, and, like, sparkly bras, and just lots of accessories, like, layering is that's what we do for EDM. But usually EDM, like, fashion is, like, fuzzy leg warmers and tutus and bras, and, you know, that's what it is. I can't do that because I'm not that old. But eventually that's what we're going to have to go to, because that's what EDM is, you know? Like, once I'm, like, probably 18, around there, you know, you never know what's going to happen with fashion, like, till then, you know? And so I usually go super edgy, not to the point that it's scandalous or untasteful, but I do edge so it makes it look tasteful and like pleasing to look at, you know? So it's not like, oh, she's 14 and she looks like that, you know? I mean, I get that, but not as much as, oh, she looks like really, really bad. So I tend to like look really tasteful in a good way. So that's what we're trying to go for, something tasteful.
Now, do you work with a stylist for that, or do you kind of find things that you just like and sort of check by mom, or how does that work?
I work with a stylist and myself, so it's not like they just pick out the clothes for me. I actually have my own input at what I want to wear, and as far as clothes, makeup, and hair is concerned, like I'm in the circle with what's going on with like the fashion in general. Like I usually go by styles and what's out, and then I also go by what I like and what's edgy, and so I usually work together with a stylist. So it's not like they just give me the stuff and I have to wear it. I have input, like I can say yes or no.
Okay. And how does you have your style for what you're going to put in your videos and when you're performing and all of that. How do you translate all of that and everything that you're doing and everything that's going on to your personal, like, day-to-day style and finding what you think is cool but still appropriate, and like how do you sort of think
like
about
day-to-day,
that?
like I'm still edgy. Like just that's me. Like I like being edgy because it's like different. but at the same time, I'm still normal, like when I'm not doing my career thing. So I'm still like, you know, jeans and then a graphic tee and probably heels. You know, like something like that's edgy, but like really like stylish, like not to the point where I can perform in that, because that's different, you know. Like I try to separate it, but at the same time they come together in some way, because I have this one specific style for everything. And so I'm still edgy on a day-to-day basis, but not as edgy as I would be for like performances and red carpets and things like that.
Okay. Now this is gonna make me sound real old right now. Don't judge me, audience. Okay, so when I was 14, you were rocking some really beautiful
Thank you.
candy pink patent leather stiletto platforms, beautiful shoes. I was 14 when you couldn't even think about that. Is that regular, sort of, not necessarily these shoes specifically,
Right.
but like heels? You mentioned that you wear heels in sort of your day-to-day like, is that regular in like middle school, high school? Like girls are rocking heels?
Actually, I was like the only middle schooler in my middle school that wore heels on a
Okay.
daily basis. I was really like, I would pick out my outfits the night before. Each of them was probably like a t-shirt, a blazer, jeans, and heels.
Okay.
Every day, or like a Hollister.
Kind of what you're wearing now.
Exactly.
Super
I actually
cute.
wore this to middle school one day.
Oh my gosh.
As a regular day-to-day outfit, I would
Wow.
wear something like this. And I actually would wear like Abercrombie and Fitch, like the halter dresses with a jean jacket and heels. Like I was, or like wedges. I was
Okay.
always wearing heels and like a jean jacket or a blazer or something. And I think that some of the girls were like, why do you wear that to school every day? I'm like, I just want to look nice. I just want to, you know, not promote myself as like dressing nice, but like dress nice in general. And like girls would like go in like Uggs and jeans and a jacket. Like I never really was comfortable with that, because I like to look nice, you know. So it was different, like having everyone and then me, like just looking nice, you know.
Well, I mean, it works to your advantage too, like you said at the Latin Grammys. Like, people, who is that? She's looking
Yeah,
great.
who is that? Let's take
Yeah.
a picture with her just because she looks okay,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, well, I don't feel too bad. It hasn't translated that far ahead of me. Okay, I got you. I
So-
like the heels, though.
Yeah, I
you.
love the heels. That's why I know it's for
Thank
sure.
you.
Whose style would you say that you look up to?
I'm not gonna say I look up to anyone in particular, but on a daily basis, Britney and J-Lo actually dress nice.
Yeah.
They dress nice.
J-Lo?
Yeah,
Who else?
and Britney.
Oh, Britney Spears?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're the house of Britney Spears up in here.
Yes.
Freaking love Britney.
Yeah, we love Britney.
On a daily basis, they're not the kind of people to go out in sweats and a t-shirt. You know, that's for other people. You know, I feel like they have an actual good day-to-day style, and especially when they perform and do videos, their outfits and entourage are so amazing. Like everything put together, they come as a package. You know, and that's what I not want to grow up to be like, but in a way, but still make it my own. You know.
Yeah, the idea.
Beautiful.
Well, awesome. Well, good. That was really fun. You're so
learned a
young.
little bit.
14 years old. It's amazing how much you've accomplished at such a young age. And
Thank
you do
you.
have such a style about you at
Thank
such a
you.
young age. So
Well, just the last thing. What would you tell other young women coming up about sort of, if you would give them advice about embracing their own personal styles, what would you say?
Well, like my dad, like fashion-wise. No, like in general, my dad would tell me be a leader and not a follower. So you don't want to necessarily follow the style, like you can, but make it your own at the same time. Like add something different to it, you know? And that's what I did. And now I have my own totally different style. And I have people following me, following my style. And I think that if you make it your own, you have people following you, and then they enjoy your style. So that's what I do.
I like it.
sounds good. All right. Well, now moving on to more style. This is our favorite segment of the show. It's called Hot or Hot Mess. So we're going to bring up some pictures
Like this.
and kind of do a little fashion police kind of little discussion. So first up, we've got we've got a threesome here. Hold on. Where's that? Okay. So we've got a Liam Rimes. She's at the Best Man Holiday premiere, wearing the same Donna Karan gray draped plunging neck dress previously worn by both Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Hudson. So Liam Rimes jazzed up the dress with a buckled snakeskin shoes, a metallic clutch, and gold chandelier earrings. And Jennifer Hudson kept it very simple as well, with black strappy shoes, and Kim Kardashian, same thing with nude shoes. And the dress was $1,900 and has a figure skimming silhouette, a plunging V neckline, long sleeves across the hips, and an envelope skirt with a center vent. Who do you guys think wore it best?
We're all like,
I'm not going to say Kim Kardashian because I don't like the shoes. But it's between the other two. Like, I like the accessories on the first one, but I like how Jennifer Hudson went really simple. And so I'm, like, in between those two.
I'm struggling. Because, like, from the bottom, I like Jennifer Hudson from waist down. I don't like how much she closed up the V.
Yeah.
It just seems odd. It looks like a bad, like, safety pin and they just stuck it together.
Yeah.
It didn't look purposeful. Kim, I kind of like Kim. I just wish she would put a bra on that lifted those up. But then Leanne Rimes doesn't. Okay, if I have to pick, I would pick Jennifer Hudson.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, to me, Leanne Rimes looks.
It's too much accessories. Like, the clutch overdid it because
The
she's not
clutch
wearing
is
black.
huge, and the shoes are busy, and then the top, I don't know. It doesn't work for me on her. I like it better on Jennifer.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian, just the dress, it looks sloppy on her.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's, you know, the way that the chest area, and she does need to
Support
wear
your
a bra.
girlfriend. Support
Yeah,
'em.
it doesn't look good. And it's so funny because I'm a big fan of the Housewives shows
Yeah.
and Beverly Hills, and I'm reading the book of one of the housewives whose husband cheated on her
Yeah.
with Leanne Rimes.
Yeah.
So I see this, I'm like, ooh, it's hard to separate that from what she's wearing here, but I have to agree. Jennifer Hudson, I think, is my favorite.
I will give Leanne one shout out at this premiere. I assume this was probably in New York. When she did LA, I think, or I may have it switched. She wore an awful outfit with some weird boots, so this was way better than what she did before.
that's
So good for her on that.
And I do love the dress itself.
Yeah.
I think the dress
Yeah,
itself is
it's pretty.
really
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's Donna Karan?
Yeah, it's a Donna Karan.
Yeah, it's a great dress.
It's a gorgeous dress. So,
They tried.
all right. So up next, for those of you Hunger Games fans out there, there a bunch of the premieres were going on this week, and Jennifer Lawrence is seen here at the LA premiere wearing a Christian Dior Fall 2013 couture gown, and the dress is almost like a little kind of unitard type thing. With sheer legs. You have to see a photo of it. Go onto our Instagram, BHL Fashion 411. Follow us there. You can see the photos there. It's a pretty unusual type dress. What do you guys think of this?
I
Go for
actually, yeah, I actually like it because it's really different, and no one wore something like that to the premiere. You know, I don't like her hair now because I just don't like it anymore.
The short cropped
it's so
hair?
pretty. It was so pretty. She had gorgeous hair, and then she chopped it all off. And I think if she saw long hair, it'd make the outfit look a lot better. But I like the outfit in general.
I'm gonna have to say I finally actually like the hair. Like at first when I first saw it cut, I was like, ooh, that looked like a bad what's the John and Kate lady, Kate Gosselin.
Oh, Kate
like
Gosselin,
it looked
yeah.
real Kate Gosselin for a minute. I was like, it looks like a middle-aged housewife haircut. But this it's combed a little bit better for me, and I kind of like the blonde and the red lip. Like it's kind of working for me. I have mixed emotions about this dress. Like I really want to like it. I have a thing about leotards on the red carpet. Like it feels, I almost feel like I'd feel better if it was like a mini dress instead of looking like underwear. That's what bugs the crap out of me. I don't mind the sheer if it's like super short, but it looks like you put a blanket over your leotard and went onto the red carpet with it belted. So I love the skirts. And whatever, I don't understand what that texture is around the bottom of it. It's beautiful, and I love that the angles, the texture goes at an angle, so you don't actually see her full leg at the same amount of sheerness, which I think is really cool. And I love the top. I'm not sold on the show my panty thing. I don't think I've seen it where I've loved it yet.
Yeah.
Like it's okay, but I just wish it was not bad.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the dress either. I have to say, I don't like her haircut either. I agree. She had beautiful hair before, and she just chopped it off. And I don't know if it was for a role or if she just wanted to cut her hair. I don't know. But I don't really like the dress. I don't like the belt. I think that's what really bothers me too. Is this black harsh belt?
Yeah.
Belt was fine, but it just seemed like it was just thrown on there. And I agree too. The leotard thing throws me off. Like it was a skirt or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Hey,
So.
Steven, you in the booth?
What up?
Is that hot to you?
I don't know. I think it's for that red carpet, it's good.
It's good.
Honestly, because if you're a fan of the Hunger Games, it's all about something edgy. It's something that kind of makes a statement. I mean, it kind of looks like Christmas because it's green on that red, but like, I mean, it does the effect that she wanted it to. It's the premiere of the second movie, and that's really like something new.
It's a statement.
They did all wear kind of crazy out there
Yeah.
dresses to the premiere, and I guess that makes sense. All right, so up next we've got Rihanna, and she's here exiting her New York City hotel, wearing a $112 Rihanna for River Island black velvet turtleneck playsuit and suede thigh-high boots. So here's another one of those leotard type looks. What do you guys think?
Katia?
I'm still like taking it in. Oh my gosh. I feel like if it would have been a little bit longer short, like the shorts, if it was shorts, I think I'd like it better. And if the boots were like knee high, I would have accepted it more. Like I feel like, is it two different materials? It looks like two different
Yeah,
materials.
it's like
velvet and suede.
Yeah, that bothers me. Like if you're gonna wear the same color, make it the same material. To me, like if it's different colors and different patterns, that's fine because it doesn't really matter. But when it's the same color, you can tell the difference. It doesn't look like the same color, and so it like doesn't match for me at all. So yeah.
I think I'm on a similar wavelength. I wanted the short to be just a little bit
Not
longer.
even so long. Just
yeah, just
tiny bit.
like an extra like half an inch
Yeah.
would have helped it to me, because it just, to me, it doesn't look, it looks like an accident. It looks like, oops, I forgot my pants, y'all. Like it doesn't look purposeful to me. But I do think she's hot, and I do like the boots. I just wish the short was a little bit longer.
I agree 100%. I do like the boots a lot. The
Yeah.
thigh-high boots are so in right now. But yeah, it's like, did you fit your skirt? Did you?
Like she's about to do the vault, like
Yeah.
for gymnastics.
Or
like,
she's going to perform. Like, to me,
Yeah.
it looks like she's coming to or from a performance. I don't know. It just doesn't look like something
Right.
you'd rock to, like, dinner.
But it's her collection, so go
Yeah,
her for
it
wearing
is.
her own
It
stuff.
is.
Go Rihanna.
Okay, so last but not least, we've got June Ambrose, and she is a stylist to the stars. She's here at the Made in LA Long Walk to Freedom New York premiere in a Vera Wang Fall 2013 sleeveless printed tulip dress. What do you guys think?
There's silence in the microphones. I actually am okay with it. She's a woman of a certain age. She's got good legs. I love the shoes. I am not personally a fan of the tulip shape in general because I just think it's weird. But I think it doesn't do any harm to her figure, really. I think the thing that does harm to her figure is the sort of tank
Cap sleeve.
sleeve, and her boobs look sort of smushed and not attractive. Like, and because it's, I don't know if that's texture or pattern that they did on the top, but I would have liked some sort of neck openness. So it's not a hot mess. I mean, it's Vera Wang, but it's not the best thing ever. We need her. We're so not the like, it's hot or hot mess. No, it's in the middle. Can we change this? Yeah. I don't know.
The only thing that bothered me was the skirt. Like if it was probably like a pencil skirt, I think I would have liked it better. But everything else is fine to me. It's just the skirt.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I think she's, I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's got amazing legs, but I think she's too old for this kind of dress. This is something you could wear, Katia. Like a cute little dress, like, a young girl. It's just, to me, it's just, the tulip is very young, and yeah, it's not doing anything for her figure up on
No.
top.
Yeah,
it's like
it's not.
smushing her boobs and the weird sleeves, and I don't know. I just think it looks like she's trying too hard, which is so weird because she's a stylist and this is what she does. So I am, because of that, because of who she is and what she does, I'm disappointed by it and the look. So
Sorry,
hot mess.
June. You get
Yeah.
a mess from all of us, I
So,
think.
yes.
It didn't work.
yep. All right, Courtney, what do you got for us for social media this week?
Well, social media this week is a little different. Basically, these are pictures of people and doing things that, like, they should be in magazines because they have some adorable Instagram / all the social media places pictures. So first up, Miss Gabrielle Union was rocking this beautiful Dolce & Gabbana
I
black
saw that.
lace overlay dress. And she was rocking her Brian Atwood shoes. And she had about like 18 posts on her Instagram account for this dress. But it was one of those, just because we've been dealing with so much sheer and like lace and that. And I thought this was an opportunity that she actually did it really, really well. And she looked beautiful.
Gorgeous.
She looked gorgeous.
So
and
pretty.
that red lip is like perfection on her face right now. So shout out to her makeup artist because y'all did it, and her stylist is rocking it because Dolce & Gabbana is beautiful. Next up, we have Lenny Kravitz and Amy Adams. Lenny's been on the red carpets for the Catching Fire premiere doing a lot of different things, and this was just a gorgeous pic he had on his Twitter. He's always wearing very interesting outfits, and he was talking to Amy Adams. They were at the Hamilton Awards in LA, and he was wearing the same, I don't know if it's the same, but it looks like the same pinstripe jacket and leather pants that he wore to the Catching Fire premiere in LA. And he had these great silver, which you can't see in this particular picture, but he had these great silver Yves Saint Laurent boots on.
Jeez, yeah.
And he looked fantastic. And I think he is probably the hottest, most stylish man in the country right now. And the picture was just lovely with him and Amy Adams, and it looked like they should be in a magazine together. Next up, we have Michael B. Jordan and Lupita Nyong'o, and they were at the Governor's Awards for the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. And for those of you that don't know, there's lots of Oscar buzz surrounding these two lovely people. And the reason this picture was really cool to me is because it was like male tux versus female tux, because Lupita wore this really awesome tux dress from Prabal Gurung Resort 2014, and just the texture, the color of her skin, her little pop of lip, and that white collar standing next to him in his black and white, it just looked really beautiful, and I thought they looked awesome together. And I hope they actually, Lupita gets the Oscar, because she totally deserves it. If you haven't seen 12 Years a Slave, it's amazing. And last but not least, a really interesting post was actually posted by Pam Grier, but she was supporting the fashion photographer. Her name is Afra Pordad. And Afra took this beautiful model, Shabnam Malabi, to Iran and did a high fashion photo shoot for the LA-based magazine Fashion. And there has not really been a high fashion, like, in the wide open photo shoot in Iran since 1969 for Vogue magazine. And they literally were in open air places like different bazaars and markets and things, and the people were, they were a little bit nervous. The model was a little bit nervous because they didn't really have permission. Technically, it's not illegal for them to take pictures in public spaces, but the model was obviously wearing beautiful colored clothing by the designer Zarir, but she was not wearing what the women typically wear. I think it's called the abaya, which is the long black traditional garb that the women over there wear. So they got a lot of looks and a lot of peeks, but the pictures are amazing.
I like them a lot.
Yeah,
Definitely go check out, it's called Afra's Corner, AFRAS corner.com, where the rest of the pictures are, and in obviously Fashion Magazine. But the colors and just the culture, seeing and the locations and seeing a place that's pretty close to most eyes outside of that country was amazing. And it was definitely, the photographer Afra is an Iranian-Canadian photographer. So it was sort of like a passion project for her to go to her homeland and get these pictures out in public spaces. And she did say that she got a lot of really cool responses from sort of some of the people that are just around that were really excited to see it happening. So it's just really cool to see that and that was shared over social media. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have found it necessarily. So it was just awesome. You guys should check that out and look at the pictures. And the woman is obviously gorgeous, and the clothes are gorgeous.
Yeah,
so
it looks beautiful.
There you have it for social media this week.
It's so interesting how, like, in something with fashion that you think, oh, it's so superfluous. It's just, it's so light, but there's just so many interesting things and amazing things that can come out of it.
Yeah.
Like, to have those beautiful photographs for that magazine, to be able to see it inside a world, like you said, that you don't get exposed to often.
Get to see it.
And it's fashion. It's not politics, not anything. It's just fashion, but it's still so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
it's so
art.
amazing. Yeah, it is.
Like, I literally want to print that and like
it's
have that in my
beautiful.
closet because the colors are amazing. So congratulations, that was an awesome job, and keep it up, ladies.
All right, and for those of you listening, make sure to follow us on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411. We have all the photos there of social media and everything we talked about. So if you're listening, you can scroll the Instagram while we're talking, just not while you're driving. All right, guys. So that wraps up our show here today, November 22nd. Where can we find you, Katia? Where can everyone find you and your new song?
I probably have every social media known to man right now. So I have a Twitter. It's at Katia Nicole, and that's KATIANICOLE. My Instagram is I am Katia Nicole. I have 2 YouTubes. One is Katia Nicole Vivo, and my personal YouTube is Life with Katia Nicole. And then I also have a Vine, which is Katia Nicole. Everything is probably Katia Nicole if you can find it. I have every social media linked on every one of my social medias, so you can probably find me on all of them.
Nice.
Google her.
Nice.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Courtney Stewart. My Twitter handle is @StewartStarlet and Instagram @StewartStarlet. And of course, please follow at BHL Fashion 411.
And I am your host, Erica Garcia Rojas, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamEGR. Well, that's it, guys. And don't forget, if you're listening to us on iTunes, rate us. That's what keeps us at the top. And thank you for those that have been listening. That's helped us with getting to be so popular. So thank you so much. All right, guys.
Until after Thanksgiving.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.